Good morning. Welcome to the KetoMom page. My name is Stephanie, and good morning. Feels like a Monday to me. We've had an incredibly long weekend and Monday. We had friends that came to visit us from Minnesota. They left yesterday, and so I'm like, today's our Monday. Good morning. All right. So tell me where you're tuning in from. Why don't you share with me something you're thankful for? I am thankful for our friends that came to visit. We had a really great time. I'm just thankful for friends. So, what about you? So we are going through a book, and it's called Worthy. And if you have the book, you might be further along than me. If you have the book, you might not even be in this spot. But we're going through the book, and I'm just highlighting a couple things from each chapter. I would encourage you to grab the book. And, every day is different here on the KetoMom page. We'll share recipes. If you ever have questions, you can reach out to me. You can ask the questions below. You can always go to ketomomsecrets.com, all one word, ketomomsecrets.com. And you can click on how to get started. There are recipes, a book club. I've got trial packs of ketones, so many things, right? If you just need help getting started, send me a message or just say below, I need help getting started. I need help getting back on track. Post trial below if you want to learn about ketones, whatever it is you're looking for, right? If you need a free habit tracker, we created one for you. Just post habit tracker below. If you need a foods list of where to get started, post food list below, and I would love to send those to you. But we are going through this book called Worthy, and we're in chapter 4. And in the mornings, I love to hop on. We had guests, so I was not on for a couple days, but I like to just give you some mindfulness or something to think about to get your day moving in the right direction, your week moving in the right direction, just to give you something to think about. So chapter 4, if you're following along, or if you're not, you don't have the book. If you do have the book, great. Good morning, everybody. It says, you have greatness inside of you. I don't know if anybody's ever told you that, but you have greatness inside of you. And you might not receive that. You might sit there and go, never heard that. Or I don't know if I believe that. Or maybe you're going, it's not what I was told. It's not what my mind says. But you do. Regardless if you believe it or not, you have greatness inside of you. And so in this chapter, here's a couple things that she's touched base on. I'm not going to read the stories to you, but it is an incredible book. I would highly recommend that you grab it. But she goes, there are so many reasons why we doubt our own greatness. Some are taught to us and some are invented. A lot of it has to do with our own stinking thinking, right? So today, how did you wake up today? Was your day, I'm so excited, I get to go to work, or was your day I have to? Woe is me. Did you look at yourself in the mirror this morning and say man, you're great? Not being arrogant, but man, you're great. Or did you look at yourself in the mirror with hateful words? The words that come out of your mouth to you, about you, the thoughts you think about you and your circumstances in your life are very, very important. And it has everything to do with where you're going to go in life. If you believe that you can, you will. If you believe that you can't, you're right. So many people live their lives entirely talking themselves out of their own truth, never becoming the person who they were born to become. And so if you need a book about you, your mindset, believing you are worthy, that you're called to greatness, how do I get to that point where I disassociate or I reject or I let go of that past, of the things of people or things that were spoken over me, and how do I get to move on? It's an incredible book. She says, where you come from doesn't have to determine where you're going, and that your past can only hold you back if you live there. I've learned this by feeling stuck for so long in so much of my life, and it's time to learn how to break free. So again, she's got tons of stories of how she was around the wrong crowd. I'm not going to spoil it for you. She's got great stories. The people that affected her, the things that were spoken over her, and you might be living the same thing. She goes, you will never attract or keep more in your life. You will never attract or keep more in your life or in a relationship than what you believe you are worthy of. Do you believe you are worthy to lose the weight, to have the promotion, to have the better marriage, to have the great relationship with your kids, to have a different future, to get out of debt? Like, what is it? There's one more thing I wanted to read to you. She's got so many great little insights on this chapter. A lot of it is story driven. So again, I'm not going to read the stories, but I like this part. She goes, oftentimes, like, we don't believe that we're great or that we have greatness inside of us, or we don't, we all have things that if you just sat and was quiet for a little bit, you might go, there are things that I would love to do, things that are on my heart, things I know I'm great at, things that in my past I thought I would achieve, right? But we've let other voices or our own voice talk us out of it. And so she goes, we often look for external validation. We look for other people around us to tell us what we can do, why we can do it, if we're good enough. But that because it feels good. External validation feels good, but it doesn't fill your soul. So we're going to learn how to validate ourselves, right? Like, can you be proud of yourself? Can you talk kindly to yourself? When we make the decision to trust ourselves, things unfold exactly as they're destined to. Not because somebody else told us we can't or we shouldn't or will never, but because we're going after the things that we know that we've got inside of us, and that's the greatness inside of you, right? There is greatness inside of you. There's something that you're called to do, long to do. There's an assignment for you. There was one more thing that I really loved. Let me see. Okay. Where you are right now in your story matters less than the person that you're becoming. Who are you becoming? Who are you surrounding yourself with? What are the words that you're speaking over your life? And here's the thing I starred. To not ask what can I do, but ask yourself this question. Ask, what was I created for? Maybe you're sitting in here going, I've never thought about that. Do I have greatness inside of me? I have forgotten the things that I've loved in the past. Oh, I used to have a longing to do this or to go here or to achieve this or to strive for. And this is from Ethan Willis. And the phrase is, don't ask, what can I do? Right? What can I do? What greatness is inside of me? But ask yourself, what was I created for? And if you ask yourself that question this morning, it might lead you down a path that you had forgotten. It might lead you down a path of like, oh yeah, I had forgotten. I loved that. Or I've wanted to achieve that goal. Or I used to be really great at. I've always wanted to. These are things that used to be in my heart, but I've been talked out of. I've been told I can't, right? There is greatness inside of you. And so this is a really great book. I'm going to show you again because some of you have asked. It's called Worthy. Take a screenshot, go look it up. It's on every single store possible. She's doing an incredible job at marketing her book. Jamie Kern-Lima, it's called Worthy. We'll go through chapter 5 tomorrow. And that's just how the Keto Mom mornings go. I like to talk about mindset. I like to go through books. I like to give you some insight. We'll talk about lots of different things, but how to believe you are enough and transform your life. If this is something that you need to go through, grab the book. She also has an Audible. Come on the Keto Mom page and go through it with us. You can always send me a message. You can ask questions below. I'd love to help answer any questions. If you have questions about keto, low carb, how to get started eating. I drink ketones every day. I'm drinking my ketones this morning. We have a busy day and it's going to be a great day. And part of you having a great day, as you're wrapping in your mind, like as you're thinking about what was I created for, I need you to pay attention to the people that you're around, the thoughts that you have about yourself, and specifically the words that you speak over yourself. Your words are powerful. And if you don't do that and you sit in this space of negativity and your mind is constantly telling you the negative thoughts that spiral out of control, that's the first thing that we have to get under control. Because if it comes out of your mouth, right, it's hard to take it back. And then you believe it more and more. And it's just not true. It's not true. So, you have greatness inside of you. There's something that you are called to do, an assignment on your life, people that you are meant to reach, right? Today, think about that question. What was I created to do? What is on in my life? What am I supposed to do? What greatness do I have inside of me that I haven't been sharing with the world? And the world, in your world, could be one person or the people around you, right? So I want to say thanks for tuning in. Your presence matters. Reach out with questions. I hope you have a wonderful day. You can always go to ketomomsecrets.com. Otherwise, continue to tune in. We'll talk to you very soon. Bye.